Guten Morgen. It is Friday, March 6th. Okay, it's a morning YAP. Good morning. Okay, so the other day I did a YAP, which hasn't been posted yet, but all of these are going to get posted today because I am determined to catch up, okay? Anyway, so I meant to talk about the topic that I'm going to talk about today, but I think I talked about something else. So, no, it doesn't go on your eyes. We can do that in a little bit. Piper really likes to try and do makeup, but it doesn't go in the order that they want it to. Anywho, so what I wanted to talk about is all white casting, okay? And I wanted to talk about this in multiple layers. And I know we've talked about it before. It is just something that drives me a little bit batty because I do not understand how in 2026, y'all are still not collaborating with all types of musicians, right? And I think if we zoom out, like this is why people talk a lot about, having diverse community spaces. On the flip side, though, there are a lot of performers. No, we can't put that on our eyes. That's dangerous. There are a lot of performers of color who would rather have an affinity space or rather have a all people of color cast, right? And I kind of hate that term, so just bear with me because not all. Anyway, are we talking anyway, that doesn't matter. We're not going to go there. Where we are going to go is this idea, not this idea, but this very real thing that happens that people are just pitted against each other based on the construct of race and indeed the construct of phenotype, right? And I think that, here's the deal. Most of the people that are posting all white casting, I know who you are. And I do not understand because I know that you know performers of color, right? I know you know people and you are simply refusing to, you're simply refusing to cast those people of color. You are actively choosing white people over those people of color for no reason, right? And it might be unconscious, might be subconscious, but it is what is happening. And I don't think that's right? I also think that if you are going to cast, obviously, performers of color, there needs to be harm reparation and harm accountability policies intact. And if you don't have those intact, you shouldn't be hiring people of color. And that's just... No, we're not going to do that, Piper. Stop, please. So there's layers to this, right? And so then it's where do we start? How do we start building actual diverse performing communities where it is community over competition, right? Because at the end of the day, we're also still combating the way that people react to each other based on, other people getting apart, other people not getting apart, we're dealing with that as well as this layer of race and racism and obviously all the other identities that are present often in these spaces. So where do we start? I think we do have to have conversations about harm. And sometimes those are very hard conversations to have, right? I do think that every voice deserves to be heard at the table, right? Now, perhaps not in the same way, right? We can, if there is a consensus, choose to have the voices of color speak first, right? We could choose to have men not speak at all, right? There are various ways of doing this, but we can base it on consensus. And what I find in predominantly white casts or all white casts is that, Piper, chill, is that there's no one of the white cast that is going to be like, yo, we should hire some people of color. And I think, like, if you're one of those people that has that thought but never says it out loud, you need to say it out loud. Because otherwise, we're going to continue to have all white casts, right? Like, maybe we should get somebody in here that's not white, right? And once again, like, you do have to have the conversation of harm reparation, but I also think that sometimes white casting is, yes, proximity, but also, like, it is because of the competition that is implemented and the scarcity mindset, right? Like, you just need people. You need a person. So you just go to the people that are closest around you and you, like, right? And I just, like, there are so many layers to this, but, like, all white casting in 2026, knowingly doing it is wild to me. It is wild. It is, I think it is a disgrace that people continue to not be challenged on that. Now, it would be different if these same people were, like, actually asking people of color, and the people of color just decided that these people of color decided not to participate, right? But I think there's a fair amount that are not even asking people of color and just asking white people. Okay? So anyway, think about that the next time you're in the casting chair. And also think about making it a brave space, a safe space where everyone can have their word, right? But also you're still casting with all types. Not because they are a different type of person, but because they deserve the part and you have simply not been offering or getting into their community. All right. Abolish ICE, ceasefire now in our hearts, minds, and the world over. Make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore. Joy is our revolution, and I will see you very soon. Toodles.